Hi guys, hi beautiful people, you're welcome back to my YouTube channel, and in today's video I'm going to be talking about the Miss Supranational preliminary competition and that just held this afternoon stroke evening. Okay, I think they are still on for the men's category, so I decided to just take out time to give you guys the review and recap of Nigeria's performance so far, and also the other African representatives as well. I would say that this preliminary competition to me was kind of disappointing because I was expecting more from the African continent. Okay, most of the contestants, I don't know. I think it was a disappointment for me. This is my own honest and brutal opinion based on what I saw in the swimsuit and in the evening gown round, because at this point I feel like the pageant coaches and the franchise holders of African delegates, they are not really doing enough, because make it make sense, like most of these girls, they seem like they were not really prepared for the pageant. Okay, so I think that at this point we need to scrutinize our reps before sending them out, please next time, because what I'm seeing so far, I'm not really happy with it. I'm so disappointed in the performances of the African representatives. You guys don't mind the quality of this video, please, because I'm filming and on at night. Okay, so please bear with me on this. All right, so let me just quickly run through the African representatives and their performances. Okay, so first of all, I would say that it's like I mentioned, the African representatives are not much. I think this year we have about just 8 representatives from the African region. It's usually more than this, but I think that the other candidates were not able to make it to Poland. Okay, so yeah, we just have 8 representatives this year. I'll start with Miss Angola. I loved this one piece on her, but I felt like it looks different from the others. But I felt like I don't know. She had the body, she had the great walk, but I don't know. There was something missing in her performance. I love the fact that she wore her hair up, which a lot of candidates did not really do. I was like, I don't understand. Most of them did not wear their hair up, but I don't know. In the evening wear, I'm not really a fan of this feathery evening wear. To me, I felt like that feathers on the chest wasn't necessary. She would have just gone without the feathers. Okay, that would have been better. Okay, so that's for Miss Angola. Then on to Miss Congo, DR Congo. Like seriously, she was even trying to cover up, her swimwear, and I was like, I don't understand. You're going for international competition, and you know that you're going to participate in swimsuit. So what are you covering up? Like seriously, what are you trying to cover up again? Anyway, in our evening wear, I was not really a fan of this the color on her, because as a dark skinned lady you need to go with something that is bright, that can bring out your color. But this green gown on her dress was kind of, the color wasn't shouty, wasn't it was so deep for her skin tone. Okay, so that's that for DR Congo. Next we have Miss Namibia. I think she's one of the candidates that that stood out for me from the African region, that stood out to me rather from the African region. I feel like she's one of the candidates that we should look out for, because I feel like she might make the cut. For the evening wear, I was not really a fan of this red gown. I don't know why. I feel like she would have just gone for something, a more sophisticated design. Although I love the fact that it's an halter neck. Is it halter neck they call it? No, sorry. It's a what they call this one-sided design. Then she had a slit by the side of it. It was nice, but I felt like she would have done more. Overall, it was just a normal, let's say an average performance. Going forward, we have Miss Nigeria, Paula. Paula's, I don't know. At this point, I think that Paula is one of the standouts from the African region that I feel like she might make the cut, she might make place. But in the evening wear, I sort of loved this evening wear, but I felt like she would have done more to accessorize it, to kind of like bring life into the gown. She would have worn her hair up, being a ponytail or bun or something. I felt like she would have worn a bun because, of course, you are trying to like, make according to what she said, she was trying to um, attract more emphasis on her personality. I think that carrying her hair up would have been able to bring out the design, the carriage of that gown a little bit more if she had worn her hair up. That's my own opinion, okay? Because Paula has been going for one particular styling all through. I think she would have just changed up for the prelims, take, pack her wig up, go accessorize, change accessories and all. That would have done more, that would have done more for her in this particular look than what she, than the plain outfit that she wore. I feel like, when you're coming out with this kind of outfit, you have to accessorize it, you have to like make it look, presentable, more presentable, and taking her hair up would have been the best option for her at this point, but she tried to take her hair down. Anyway, what can we say? I think at this point, I leave it to the pageant coaches to do their job. But at this point, I think that they need to do more, because when you're working with a pageant coach that claims to know much about pageantry, at least he or she should be able to advise their clients or their candidates, with regards to international standards. Okay, yeah. At this point, I think that the pageant coaches, they're not doing enough. They need to step up and do more. All right, next we have South Africa. I loved her swimsuit walk, but I still felt like in evening wear, she would have done more. But although I loved her evening wear, I think her evening wear was one of the best from the African region. But I think she would have just, still taken her hair up in a ponytail or in a bun, and also with the neck chain. I don't really understand that. I'm not really a fan of this neck chain that she wore, of neck something accessories on her evening wear, but I feel like she would have gone for a bun or a ponytail. But all in all, she gave an average performance. I think she's one of the strongest from the African region as well, so let's keep our fingers crossed for the finals. So going forward, we have Miss Togo. For some reasons, some persons are hyping Miss Togo. I think one of Luis Potele's in reviews, he was tipping Miss Togo as the best, during the top model competition yesterday, or supermodel competition yesterday. So I feel like in this swimsuit, it was just average. But in the evening wear, I was expecting her to wear something different, a different color. This evening wear wasn't it at all. I felt like she would have just gone with a different color, because this black was not really attractive on her, and especially on her skin tone. You guys know that she's very dark skinned. She would have gone for a lighter toned dress. Okay, and the design of the dress, I don't really understand it, like seriously. I think it's high time that this pageant franchise holders, they try as much as possible to work on their dress code, work on their dressing, because I don't understand why you're going for international competition with this kind of dress. Like, make it make sense. Like, the dress, they don't really, to me personally, I'm not a fan of this dress at all. Alright, so going forward, we have Zambia. Yeah, Zambia's evening wear. Sorry, Zambia's the swimsuit category. I don't really understand why she did not play with her cape. Like, seriously, I was expecting her to play with the cape during the swimsuit round. But all the same, she had the body for the swimsuit, and it was an average performance. But the highest disappointment for me was her evening wear. Like, seriously, this evening wear, I don't understand it at all. Like, the top of it, I don't know. God, I don't know why these ladies go on international stage with cheap dresses. I think they should do more in terms of the styling, in terms of the quality of the gowns that they present, especially during the preliminary competition, because that is where the judges usually pick their top 25 or their semi-finalists from. So if you don't stand out in the prelims, like seriously, there's no way you can stand out, except during the sub competitions, okay, and except you stand out during the other sub competitions. But when it comes to prelims, you have to bring your best foot forward. And personally, Zambia's gown was a disappointment for me because I felt like she's one of the strong contenders from the African region, and she came up with this kind of gown. Like seriously, I was disappointed. Finally, we have Miss Zimbabwe. For some reasons, I love this her swimwear. Like seriously, I love the flowers by the side. But it was the work was just normal, average work. Going forward, I think that they should try as much as possible to rehearse swimsuit walks, different from when you're rehearsing for the for evening wear. I think at this point, they should try as much as possible to lay more emphasis on the swimsuit work because a lot of them are not really doing the the standard swimsuit work. Okay, evening wear, it was just there. It was just there. I think it was just fair enough. Okay, the evening wear was fair enough, but I felt like we would have done more. Going forward, I think. All right. So going forward, I think that African representatives at this point they should be able to, train, go out there, gain more exposure. If possible, get an international pageant coach because most times this local pageant coach that we have, they are not really in tune or they're not really um, up to standard. Okay, so at this point, it's safe to say that for me personally, from the African region, I don't really have much standouts apart from South Africa, Nigeria, and Namibia. Then Zambia, but Zambia disappointed me in the evening wear. But I think at this point, it's safe to say that African representatives disappointed me in these prelims. Like seriously, I was not really happy with their performances at all. High time that the franchise holders step up and do the needful because we can't, keep repeating the same thing every year, no change. It's so sad that we come out here and we, criticize and they don't listen to us. Okay, so please, whoever the franchise holders, whoever is watching or whoever is in charge. Before I end this video, let me talk about Mazi Michael's performance in the in the preliminary competition swimwear presentation. I feel like I don't know the colors that the Miss Supranational organization chose for the candidates, but I see that more of the candidates are wearing black. I don't understand. Like seriously, I don't know if it was his choice of swimwear, but I feel like they should have chosen a different color. You would have chosen a different color other than black because to me black is not it at all. Different outfit, a different color of outfit for the for the evening round, like the is the the suit round of what they call it, evening round. What they call it again? Yeah, now that's the evening round. Now that's the those what they call it, this they are dressing suit um suit round or tosedo or what they call it. What they call this evening round. Mazi Michael went with black. Like seriously, I was like, I wanted a different color from him. I wanted white or something different, like a different color. I don't know why he went with the black. I wanted to see him in another different color, but I love the design of this particular evening his outfit for the evening round. But I feel like he would have gone for a different color. Like seriously, the black is becoming something else because I know he wore black during the supermodel competition. So why is he now wearing black again? Like I don't understand. Like this black color is not doing it at all. I feel like he would have gone for something better than black. Okay, so yeah, so I don't know at this point. Let's see how it goes for the finals because at this point they've done all they can, so it's up to the judges to pick who they felt like stood out to them. I would say good luck to the African representatives in the finals. Good luck to to Nigeria as well. So let's see how it goes. Let's see how it goes. I wish them the best of luck going to the finals, and I can't wait to also I can't wait for the finals. Let's see who stood out in the African region. Okay, so good luck to all of them. I pray that at least we don't clap again. This year. We don't go back and clap and come back. But I would say that I was really disappointed. Yeah, I was really disappointed. And yeah, anyway, let's see how it goes for the finals. I wish them the best of luck. And this Saturday is the finals of Miss Supranational, and let's see how it goes. I wish all the African representative best of luck, like I said before. And yeah, I will come on here and give you guys my post-pageant analysis after the finals, okay? But before then, I think I will talk about my most projected candidates to win the pageant. I would also pick from each of the regions my personal standouts, okay, from each of the regions for the grand finale. And yeah, just expect my predictions, my general predictions for Miss Supranational 2025. Okay, so guys, we've come to the end of this video. If you're watching or you watch up to this point, please like, share and subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you all in my next video coming up very soon.